Alright, you lot. Ever watch someone grind for a 3.0 KD like their life depends on it and think, mate, if this were a lab, you'd be licking electrodes for biscuits? Because that's what's happening. They're training you. Not coaching, training. Like a dog, like a rat in a Skinner box pressing buttons for dopamine pellets and seasonal skins. These stat-obsessed twonks think they're elite. They're not elite. They're test subjects. They're canaries in code mine, squealing when system changes, tweaking behaviours for free, and calling it meta shift. They don't realise the kill streaks are telemetry events, that every headshot is just another data point used to fine-tune next engagement optimised pain loop. You're not escaping Broken Matchmaker, you are Broken Matchmaker's QA. You're not climbing ranks, you're climbing ladders someone else is rearranging in real time just to see how long you'll keep climbing avoid snapping. And worst bit, you're paying for it. You queue up, you grind, you click accept on EOLs longer than your lifespan, and you call it grind. No mate, grinding is what a pestle does to a corpse. And that's you in mortar, twitching for another match like a mouse who thinks cheese is still real. Smash like it, subscribe and all that bollocks if you've ever realised your KD ain't proof of skill. It's proof you've been conditioned. Let's hop in cage and see what else they've wired into your skull. Let's talk about experiment you're stuck in. They call it skill-based matchmaking. They call it engagement-optimised matchmaking. They call it fair. But behind the scenes, it's pure behavioural engineering. SBMM isn't there to protect new players. It's there to protect revenue. Keep you upped, keep you humble, keep you losing just enough to keep you trying. That's not balance. That's behavioural slot machine psychology. You think it's about fairness. It's about farming. They need predictable engagement loop, peaks and troughs, wins that make you feel godlike, losses that make you feel just unlucky, games that push you to switch loadouts, chase challenges, and God help you, buy a new skin for a weapon they've secretly nerfed into pudding. Telemetry ain't just watching what you do, it's reacting to it. You get better with DMR, suddenly next 3 lobbies all rush you with shotguns and corner camps. They're not punishing you, they're testing you, seeing if you'll adapt, rage quit, spend more, or chase eye with another match. And if you drop off, if you stop logging in, that data matters more than your kill count. Now you're a retention case. You'll get softer lobbies, you'll get pity drops, a little taste of power to drag you back into loop. You thought it were a comeback. Nah, it were a leash. Every match you queue, you're being measured. Response times, inputs per second, tilt indicators, quit thresholds, loadout variance, all piped into back end so stuffed with psychological profiling it might as well be a black site with mouse pads. This ain't gaming, this is gamed, and your variable they're tweaking. Still think your KD means oh? You're just a better trained rat. Now here's real kicking plums. You're not a player anymore, you're an unpaid QA. Every match, every crash, every bug you report on Reddit like a loyal little helper, that's work. Work you're not paid for. Work they should have done before launch, but they didn't, because they knew you'd do it for free. They call it live testing. They call it community feedback. But what it really is outsourcing quality assurance to addicts. They patch game like it's a leaky ship because they don't need to test. You will. And when it breaks, you'll scream about it on social like a dog trying to tell fire brigade house is on fire. They don't care. They're watching how long it takes before you shut up and re-queue. Every bug you tolerate without uninstalling, that's a green tick on their spreadsheet. Every broken system you adapt to, master, and even defend, that's confirmation code can stay. Don't matter if it's fun, don't matter if it's fair. If it keeps you logged in, it's good enough. QA passed, next. And they don't even have to ask. You'll do it willingly. You'll analyse recall pattern, test new metas, figure out damage breakpoints like it's science class for masochists. And when they nerf it all a week later without patch notes, you'll do it again. You thought you were elite? You're a glorified UAT tester in a Skinner box with ray tracing. And you paid for privilege. Bought Deluxe Edition with bug-riddled maps and broken battle pass and matchmaking so cooked it's practically carbon. You've been gamed into testing your own prison. And when patch hits and notes fixed, guess what? You'll tell them exactly what broke this time. Because you're trained, you're compliant, you're QA. And let's lift curtain up bastards behind buttons. Game designers don't run show anymore. Psychologists do. Monetization analysts do. Machine learning engineers turning your match flow like a Vegas pit boss managing table full of drunken whales. There's a what fun died when A/B testing said frustration boosts session length. And your precious comp lobbies? They're not competition. They're controlled environments for engagement harvesting. You think your feedback matters? You think your Reddit manifesto on white TTK's book changed out? Mate, they already knew. They deployed patch with 2 variants, watched how long each group stuck around, and chose whichever option meant numbers spike. That one to test patch, that were a clinical trial, and you were a specimen. This isn't balancing a game, this is tuning a funnel. SBMM isn't protecting low skill players, it's shielding high value spenders. You're not matched on skill, you're matched on predicted behaviour. Did you rage buy a skin after a rough night? You'll get more rough night. Did you grind for 6 hours straight last Saturday? Your matchmaking pools now are engineered to stretch that session time by another hour. And here's kicker, KD junkies are perfect lab rats. Highly engaged, emotionally invested, quick to adapt, desperate to win. They're guinea pigs sprinting maze faster than anyone while walls shift around them and cheese keeps getting smaller and more expensive. This isn't incompetent, it's calculated exploitation. They didn't break ranked system, they built it to break you, to wear you down, confuse your reward triggers, and make every single victory feel just scarce enough to keep chasing. Designer's dilemma isn't how do we make it fun, it's how do we make them think it's their fault. Because if you're blaming your team, your aim, your ping, and you're not blaming them, that's a win. Here's final yank at curtain. You're not a victim of bad design. You're a volunteer, a willing cog. You could have walked. You could have quit. But they trained you better than that. You logged in every night. You chased dailies like they matter. You defend mechanics you hate because you've internalized grind. They give you Stockholm Syndrome with stat stream. And that's genius. You don't even need a leash if dog begs to stay in kennel. They turn gamers into addicts into apologists. You see them online forming at mass to defend SBMM like it's Geneva Convention, screaming get good at anyone who dares question matchmaking, like watching a man drown in quicksand who tells you mud's supposed to feel this way. You're not chasing fun, you're chasing permission to win again. They broke your eye, then sold you a new one. Limited time mode, mastery trackers, FOMO skin, events designed by people who've read more casino manuals than game design docs. You think it's just business? It's not. It's behavioural warfare. A long con wrapped in a UI update. Unless you pull back and see strings, you'll keep dancing like they want. Running maze, logging data, proving their experiment works. You're not elite, you're conditioned. And every click, every match, every midnight login after swearing you were done proves it. Wake up, or keep testing their next scam for free. Either way, they've already logged your response. So here's where we land, you beautiful bastards. They built a cage and called it competitive. You decorated it. With your grind, your clips, KD ratios, and your little dopamine wins, you've been data mined, telemetry mapped, and emotionally milked by suits who see your passion as predictable input. They don't care how good you are, they care how long you stay, and how much you spend trying to feel good again. You thought you were gaming system? System's gaming you. Join Discord, follow on X, links are in description. Consider a channel membership if you're done being someone's QA rat. Smash like, hit subscribe, drop your comments and questions below, unless you're just here to defend SBMM with a straight face. And I'll see you next time, you magnificent.